Ember felt nervous standing before the king again. Frustrated, the Forest King said, "Poor tired Ember, where did you go? You must rest now. You give false hope. Try and fail and hurt. This is..." Ember could feel the Forest King looking right through them. "This end, there no more. Why not stop? Let go of this. You must stay. No more foolish hope. Last chance. Take key now. Make sure gates are locked. Let no more in. Let no more out." Ember took the key. What choice did they have? Yeah, this really is your last chance. Don't betray the Forest King again. The stranger spoke earnestly. "The Forest King is right. I've seen those embers turn forlorn. It's a shame they wouldn't listen." The stranger inhaled deeply. "The cook taught me this recipe. Don't tell anyone, but the secret ingredient is pork." The traveler looked lost. "Have you been searching? I wandered so long. But something feels wrong out there. I'm not sure it feels right here either." Ember found a secret note from the Wanderer. A memory lapse at the edge of my dreams. A time before the water, someone I wished to stay for. We must hurry home. The crossroads gate was locked. Ember placed the key in the lock and slowly began to turn it. Eagerly, Ember left the birds behind, glad to be free. The traveller whispered, "Used to be a river all round here. Watched the birds build the dam night and day. Took them forever, they had no clue what they were doing. It was hilarious." It was a dock, but the water wasn't high enough to use it. Ember was at the entrance to a dark cave. The smell of stale water oozed out, like it had once been flooded, but now was bone dry. Excitedly, the stranger said, "Look, it's Ironclaw. Friend, this crab is the terror of the marsh. Together we can trap him. I've got a plan, been waiting for someone to help. You help me, and I'll help you. Try lowering the crab over here with the chum in that bucket." He's not got eyes in the back of his head. crab is all yours. Didn't plan any further than this. Look at that claw though, friend. Could do some real damage. Ember found a lost message. To see hope fade in those you care for. The harder I squeeze, the quicker it slips away. The forlorn was not the same as the others, flinching at Ember's approach. The stranger spoke. I'm not ready to let go of how I'm feeling. With regret, Ember moved on. Inside was a scrap of journal. Less and less grows here. I dare not go in the caves alone. The spiders whisper, their cobwebs glitter. I am not sure I am ready. Ember thought of the pigs from the marsh. Someone had tightly sealed the dam's mouth. Ember wondered what secrets it might spill. The Wanderer's Diary. Frogs play at the feet of fallen statues. Simple, splashy, happy little hoppers. They seem content in the home they've made. The stranger pondered. I try to help get the water flowing again, but I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. The bellows breathed life into the fire beneath the boiler. But it would take more air to fully stoke the fire. Oh, that did something. I think there's one more of those valve things. believe you did it. Ah, I hope we don't get in trouble for this. With a satisfying rush, the dam waters burst. Embr really did hope they wouldn't be in trouble. Embr found the Wanderer's diary. The earth resists my wishes. The lanthorn will not answer when I blow. I must be rid of it. I hide the wretched instrument deep in a riddle. With everything flooded again, Embr wondered if now they could reach the entrance of the cave. Freed from the mud, the boat looked inviting. The boat was a perfect fit for Embr. It felt like they were on the right path at last. The passageway was dark and eerily silent. Embr wondered why the dam had been blocked. There was a lens on the wall. It looked dull in the darkness. There was a space in the frame for something to fit. It looked like the crystal could be turned, but the handles were retracted. It looked like the crystal could be turned. It looked like the crystal could be turned, but the handles were retracted. As the gate opened, a thought occurred. What was the gate keeping locked away? Ember uncovered a journal entry. I dock my boat at the final harbor. Soft drips drip dripping over slick black rock. Something hisses from the dark. Ember had found another unlit campfire at the heart of the cave. The stranger whispered, "I'm so tired. Do you know the way?" Hidden away was a scrap of journal. The snake is drawn to the light. They are not so fearsome after all. I think they mean no harm. The stranger spoke simply. "Thank you." The stranger whispered. Seen one just like you around here a lot. Creepy that one is. Peeping out, watching you. Yeah, watching you. Specifically you. The spindle was missing a handle, so Ember couldn't turn it. Ember felt pity for the skeleton, without a flower to mark their grave. Ember had nothing to offer. The stranger looked around fearfully. I stayed in the nest too long. The stranger seemed troubled. I ran away from those birds, but I can't find the end. The Forest King offered me a feather. Maybe I should just take it. The stranger muttered, "Another lanthorn player. Well, I'm not falling for that again." Ember found a scrap of journal. In the dark, I slip and stumble, land hard upon my knee. Without thinking, I reach for an absent hand. shadow moved in the distance. Ember hoped that it was a trick of the light. The creature's body slithered between the rocks, seeming to never end. Terror gripped Ember suddenly. Fear overwhelmed them. The splintered plank was all that remained of Ember's boat. They sat for a moment and despaired. Perhaps the Forest King was right. There was no hope here. A discarded builder robot. The poor thing was rusted in place. The builder's thoughts were stuck in a loop, turning slowly to rust, only the echoes for company. disconnected gears in their head turning round and round. Each unshared moment went the same. Lost and uncared for was a dim glow. The years of loneliness had warped the builder's feelings. Perhaps they should be alone. Time spent with others felt like a false memory. The soundless days measured piece by piece. Who's there? I can't see. It's dark. I'm ever so afraid. Keep talking to me, please. Aye. The feathered ones did this to me. It's been so long since I've seen anyone. Since I've talked to anyone. I can feel the warmth of the sun on it. An outside place. It's okay if you don't want to help. But it would be so nice to see what you look like. It was wonderful to meet you. Don't forget me, please. The others never came back. Hidden inside was the Wanderer's journal. Alone I searched, I swallowed hesitation, and at last the doorway opened, but beyond there was nothing. I do not understand. builder took a moment as they tried to focus their eye on the small blue figure in front of them. So that's what you look like. I don't know what I expected, but you have a kind face. Sorry, I don't mean to make you uncomfortable. It's just been so long since I've seen anyone. I've never been good at talking to others. You seem different somehow. Wait, how did you get here? Oh, that's unfortunate. You'll be stuck here without a... The builder seemed to have an idea. You know, maybe I can help you. This is so exciting. This is what I was made. It's been so long since I made something for someone. 𝕰𝖆 watched in amazement. Could I get your input for a moment? The scraps of broken wood and metal were being transformed. Could I get your input for a moment? Whatever the builder was making was nearly ready. I really hope you like it. Sorry it's a bit rough around the edges. It's, definitely seaworthy. You hate it, don't you? 𝕰𝖆 stood in stunned silence. That is such a relief. Really warms my pistons. I'm so happy. Oh no. I'm not... Oh, that's very kind of you. Truly, I would if I could. But if you see any others, perhaps ask them to visit the builder. 𝕰𝖆 would come back if they could. Perhaps the builder just needed more time. The boat was a little unconventional, but 𝕰𝖆 already loved it. Ember found a secret note from the Wanderer. A few embers flock together. Together we linger. Together we could be a beacon, a lighthouse. The light acted as a beacon, drawing the snake away from the forlorn. Ember swallowed their fear, feeling tiny before the enormous serpent. The forlorn was released from the coil of the snake's body. The stranger looked at their hands tearfully. I had forgotten how warm it feels, just being. It looked like the crystal could be turned, but the handles were retracted. The light acted as a beacon, drawing the snake away from the forlorn. Ember swallowed their fear, feeling tiny before the enormous serpent. The forlorn was released from the coil of the snake's body. The stranger seemed grateful. I think I have to choose for myself. With tears, the stranger said, "You have reminded me, friend. The beacon." the ghost said. You have done all you can, little one. Your journey lies ahead. Your journey isn't. You have cleared a path for others to follow. I will guide them after you have gone. Only the Forest King knows where the final campfire sleeps. Ask them your questions. Know that if you return here, you will always be welcome. The taste of fresh air was welcoming as 𝕰𝖆𝖆𝖎𝖎𝑑 left the caves behind. The forlorn was different. A gentle music filled 𝕰𝖆𝖆's thoughts. They sang. I was 𝕰𝖆𝖆, I was bird, I was forlorn. None were my true self. I will not go back to flame nor feather. I will find another way. 𝕰𝖆𝖆 understood and let them be. Something was wrong. 𝕰𝖆𝖆 could feel it. It was quiet. All the birds had gone. There you are. You've done this. The king is gone. Gone. What did you do? Telling lies, being tricksy? We had no troubles till this one. The king is dead. Dead. They'll be coming for us now, all of them. Who looks after us now? What does we do? I'm not a real bird, just wearing bird clothes. They're not even a real bird. Who'll look after them now? Chains and pulleys in the base of the chair. It didn't feel real. The Forest King wasn't real. Didn't feel real. The Forest King wasn't real. broken boats were scattered on the water. The ghost spoke. "Brave little one, few have made this journey. This is the last campfire. Your path ahead is clear. What you do now is yours to decide." A boat lies waiting, but it belongs to another. Their path was not so straight as yours. Seek them out before you move on. The ghost spoke. "This is the last. What you do now is yours to decide." This is the end of. You have helped all. It is time to complete your own journey. A boat lies waiting, but it belongs to another. Their path was. Seek them out before you move on. In the clearing, Ember hoped to find answers. Behind the Forest King's puppetry was the wanderer in the red cloak. The stranger spoke. "Why didn't you stop? Why not stay safe in the nest I made? Don't you see? This is all there is, just the end. What hope can there be in that?" The stranger had dropped their mask. Ember knew they spoke the truth. The path goes nowhere, but we sail on regardless, slipping beyond the horizon, one after the other. I couldn't bear it. In the end, I destroyed the boats. What have I done? Slowly, the stranger withdrew. I wanted to be a lighthouse for others. How do you save others once your light has gone out? The wanderer's thoughts had become twisted. Hiding every day behind a mask. Watching hopeful little ones arrive endlessly. Knowing the empty path that lay ahead. Inside their dim light was a hidden pain. They had watched those they care for turn forlorn. They had locked their hope away, tried to protect it. And Ember's actions had seemed a distorted mirror. The Wanderer searched for words. When I reached this place, I could see the truth. This is all that there is. There is nothing that comes after. How do you face that? I'm not ready. I turned back, tried to stop the others. Built a little nest. What a mess that was. You hope, you try, you fail, and then nothing more. I thought I was saving them, that they would lose hope if they knew. But without an end, they lost hope anyway. The Wanderer took a breath. I thought it would lead somewhere, mean something. Ember paused. So many places the path had taken them. So many others whose paths had crossed their own. After everything I've done, I don't deserve to move on. Only my boat remains. Take my oar. Finish your journey. Leave this place. Ember knew the end lay ahead. Were they any more ready than the Wanderer? There is a place where the lost embers go as their light begins to fade.